welcome to another episode of Candid Culture, where we are still speaking candidly about our culture. The culture that we all talk about is the gay culture, the most duplicated, the most imitated, but no one can ever do it quite like us. Why? Because we are the true gays. Today we are having a conversation about the psychology of porn, the thing that you all sneak to watch, the thing that y'all watch in church, in the bathroom, the thing that you participate in when you have these one-night stands, the things that you watch on OnlyFans. We're going to have this conversation today. And with me to have this conversation is the Kyng from the Royal Couch. How are you, sir?
I'm good. How are you,
I
man?
am amazing. I'm so happy you are here.
I'm happy to be a part of this.
Yay.
Thank you for inviting me.
Yay. You're going to be super honest and candid, right?
I'm going to be very candid.
There's no conversation off limits, right?
Let's go.
All right. And then we have someone whom I have adored from afar as a fan, Mr. Guardini himself. You have seen him on your social media platforms. We just chasing Atlanta. His own Instagram was Rick Rosa.
Official Rick Rosa.
Yes, we've seen it all. Hi, Guardini.
Hey,
How
I'm so
are
happy
you?
to be here.
Yay.
Like, I'm here to give you the honest and candid truth. And this is the definitely platform to come to definitely showcase that.
Yes, so I don't even have to ask you if you're going to be honest. We already know that Guardini comes with the what? He comes with the teas.
The documentation piece conversation.
We do know that.
So listen, we're going to jump right into this conversation.
Let's go.
Okay, so I want to know, what are you all, as individuals, what is your view on porn in the gay community? What do you feel about porn as a person?
Well,
Individual.
I mean, honestly, me personally, I love porn.
Okay.
Honestly, I think it's a way to express yourself in a sexual way. You know, I think we express ourselves in many different ways, through anger, through sadness, and that's just a way to express yourself through a sexual meaning. So, I mean, I feel like it's unhealthy. I feel like it's entertaining. And, I mean, I see nothing wrong with it, honestly.
Guardini?
I mean, a lot of my friends are in the porn industry. They're either sex workers, they're OnlyFans workers. So you name it, they work in it. So I really can't be, I can't have any offense to porn, but I don't really watch porn. I feel like I don't really get the hype of porn.
I think porn today is very generic now. It's not like when we was growing up.
Yeah.
It's really like straightforward. It's really like now it's more into these crazy fetishes that you kind of see out here. But I remember back in the day, like the porn that I used to like was like the storyline porn. Like I used to get off better on the storyline before even. Like,
Watching
let's not even watch the act. Yeah, because the actual act is so predictable. Like, I already know what's about to happen. I already know what's going to happen. So it's the story. Like, I want to know how you got to that place, because that is the sexy part to me.
So I'm glad you brought that up, because I should have started with this. I want to know, if you go to Pornhub, RedTube, whatever, what is something that you type in? I'm going to tell you what I type in.
Raw sex.
Yes! Okay.
Raw black sex.
Listen, and my friend will, if he was here, he would tell y'all this is so true. I like to watch like the homemade, like the DL sneak in and fuck. Yes. And then I also like to watch the big black dicks and trannies.
Oh no.
I love it. It's something about it. I no offense to transsexuals. I'm sorry if the term is offensive, but that's what I watch. You gotta type in. They don't type in the full word.
No, but I to be honest with you, I like story. Like, so I like.
That's a lot you like.
I type in like stuff like caught. I like being like that spontaneous where you that feeling of getting caught. So I type in stuff like that, like caught, or like outside stuff and just things.
So you're an exhibitionist. So Guardini, we know that you said you don't typically watch it, but if you did watch something,
I definitely type in black raw sex, and I never watch the whole scene. I always go to the last 3 minutes.
The last 3 minutes?
Yeah, because that's when they ejaculate.
But that's not even like the
fun part. You must see that. Like, my thing is, it's like a whole hour of a movie or whatever.
But that's what I want to.
No, ma'am. I want to see when they're about to nut. I want to see like and this is the whole thing about porn. If I do watch porn, I'm all into the emotions. I want to see, like, I hate when people are about to like ejaculate or come or anything, and it's like I don't get to see your eyes. I don't see you moaning. I need to see the actual
Guardini,
emotion
you are the
of it.
true creative, honey, because you
I'm
want to
being
see the whole
honest.
theatrical.
Yeah.
And I guess the feeling, that's why I like the beginning half, because it's like, I like to see the lead up. I like to, because
like
it's not
stories,
always
the
like,
storyline.
I don't like the typical like, him and his boyfriend doing this, or just two porn stars going over there, because then like you're supposed to have sex. I like the stuff that's like, I'm with my roommate and he so happens to, so then you walk in
y'all
and
smoking
then
the
they
blunt
doing like,
and-
yeah, or like, you know what I mean, they working out and something happening and shit like that. And leaves. Like, that's the shit I like. I don't know.
So listen, so here's my question, because as we all know, as members of the gay community, specifically the Black gay community, we have seen in the past, I would say maybe 2 or 3 years, maybe even longer than that, more or earlier than that, where it seems like now porn has now been kind of the industry that individuals jump in for a certain status or a certain popularity status. Have you all noticed that?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like now porn is turned into, like you said, like a social thing where it's like people are doing it to kind of build their exposure and kind of get somewhere. And then, if you notice, there's a lot of porn, even a lot of people that we follow that are, elites in the porn industry are not really doing porn anymore. They're either rapping or singing or acting or doing whatever. And if you talk to all of them, and I've interviewed a few of them, I know they like, oh, well, I wanted that as a stepping stone. It was never or not. A lot of them, they even planned to be in it. It's just something that they were good at. They made money, and now they're whoever they are.
So is it
I don't
negative?
really think that they're doing it for popularity or the publicity. I really feel as if that throughout the years, people have been sluts, prostitutes. They have sex fiends and things of that nature. So now they're just bossing up and want to get paid for it. You get what I'm saying? Why do it for free? I'm on Jack. I don't have the whole Jack community. So now OnlyFans is giving me a platform where I can, have videos and do the things that I'm normally liking to do for free. And, put a little $10.99 price on it, and bitch, I'm going to make a porn.
But everything's for clout nowadays.
I really do. I get what
I don't
you're
think it's
saying.
for clout.
I think it's like, I think there's maybe two versions to the porn stars now, or the porn stars, because I feel like some individuals are still trying to find their identity, and they're like, well, I feel like if I post this type of suggestive picture, then I'll get so many likes. But then you have those individuals who see it as an art form, who just love sex.
No, that it's not even that they love sex. That's exactly what it is. Because if you see their social media, it's all their sexual pictures or naked pictures are the ones that have the likes. If you have a picture of their face and stuff like that, it's nothing of the sort of amount of likes that they're gonna get on their naked. And I know a lot of times it's like, we've seen your dick and ass how many times before? Mm-hmm. What's the point of it now? And it's just for that, just for those likes. That's what they want. It's
But
for
see,
attention.
I got an issue with this. Hold on. So my thing is, if you're saying that if they post naked pictures, stuff like that, they get the most likes there. But if they post something normal about their lives, they don't get any likes on that. What does that say about us as a community if we only are attracted to, okay, we're gonna like you because you got your dick and ass
it's
out?
not even just us as a community. It's been forever. Sex sells. Period. It's been even before the straight community. It's everywhere. Mm-hmm. You market with sex. You know what I mean? There's a lot of stuff that you watch the beer commercials. They have sexy women and this and that and the third. You have sex sells. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's what it is about. So it's not that it's just the gay community that we are attached to. That it's just that it just so happens we're sexual beings. We're looked at as sexual beings, and you know what I mean. You like something. We like it. Period.
I agree with sex sell because my thing is, we wouldn't know who Kim Kardashian was if it wasn't for a sex tape.
This is true.
So sex do sell.
The same way,
right? So sex do sell. But I do feel as if that these people who are in the porn industry, I really don't think that they're looking for clout. They're a lot of times when people are coming up in their upbringing, they were insecure. They probably didn't see a side of them that, in their upbringing. So now that everybody's like, oh my God, you're so cute, or your abs are everything, or your beard is A1, you're definitely feeding into something that they've never had before, and they want to continue that within themselves. So it's not that they're looking for the stardom, it's just that they're getting something that they've never received as a child or as a teenager.
I would think it has to be clout because you're putting it on camera. So now your mindset has to be, because you can go out here and make money with having sex without being on camera and being a porn star. So is it really
But that's prostitution.
sex working?
You have to look at it as a business. That's prostitution.
But why can that not be a business? People escort all the time.
Thank you. So, which brings it, I think Guardini and I have had this conversation, and I am pro sex workers' rights because I do not like the fact that there's a conversation now in our community, not just the gay community, but in the world at large, about decriminalizing marijuana. However, we still feel that sex is an issue to where if I choose to offer my body and in return I get paid for it, that's an issue.
Because I'm okay.
Right. My thing is that should not be something that should be looked down upon, because if you want to get a nut from somebody and you just want them to leave right after that, I mean, you want to be compensated for that, do it.
And granted, yes, but it becomes, I feel like I have no problem with sex workers at all. But I think where it becomes an issue is that you're promoting your sexcapades out here on public. A lot of these, you know, I mean, even like back in the day, I don't know if they're still doing it, but you know, they go on the stroll back at home in Jersey. I'm from Jersey. You know, you go on the stroll, you know, they out there, they out there and they, you know, whatever on, and it's free to the public. You know what I'm saying? You go out, alcohol is legal, but you go out there drinking on the street, you're gonna get locked up too. You feel what I'm saying? So why is it different for sex? And that's what is the crime, that you're out here doing stuff. And then not only that, let's go into, it's for the safety of how it's going about. If you was to pay for, and you know, like back in the day, the brothels and all these, you know, bathhouses and stuff like that, where you go and do it in a place where that is for that, a business for that, then that's something different. But when you're out here in the street, again, another analogy like your seatbelt, you don't worry, that's your prerogative if you want to wear a seatbelt or not. That's your life if you want to endanger, but it's still against the law. You feel what I'm saying? So because of your safety. So it's like, it's your prerogative if you want to go and do all that stuff, but it's still against the law because we're trying to protect you and whoever else. There's sexual diseases, there's all these killings, rapes, all of that.
But again, I think that's putting the cart before the horse. Because to say that, oh, we're going to keep this as a crime because we're protecting people. These are two consenting adults. One is choosing to say, I'm willing to screw you or get screwed. And after you screw me or I screw you, all I require is funds. We're both consenting. So at the end of the day, who are you protecting? It's two consenting adults.
But I can do that. You know, I have a fiance, so whatever. But if I was to be out here and I'm looking for sex, I can do that with you without it having to be out here you know, being out here on the streets trying to do. And I think that's what the problem is. Let alone not the issue of me having sex with somebody and then being paid for it. Who cares? Because that can happen without anybody knowing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so I'm trying to hear the wrong in what you're saying. So you're saying that yes, sex workers are fine, but I'm trying to hear the wrong. What you're saying that the wrong part is.
There is no wrong part.
So what we talking about then?
We're just talking.
I'm cool with sex workers. The reason I'm cool with sex workers is because I feel as if that in life, everyone's a sex worker. I'm tired of these people with these hidden motives where take me on a date and we have a great time for the date. You come back to my home. We maybe have sex and then tomorrow morning you let me know that your light bill is due. You're a sex worker, sis.
Fact.
You know, I'd rather you just gave me a candid price. Let me choose the, you know, if I have to lowball you and say, girl, you're not worth no $300, but I'll give you $150. You know, and then we already know what it is, but I don't want to take you and wine and dine you and do movies and a dinner and thinking that, you know, I'm pursuing you or I'm investing in you, right. And then just to come to find out that you're a sex worker. Girl, I could have cut all that out and just paid you your money.
And
you get what I'm saying? Exactly. So I feel as if that everybody have hidden motives and everybody have that sex worker mentality in their mindset, especially here in Atlanta. But I just want people to just be more, you know, visible and say, girl, I'll fuck. Or I'll eat you up. This is my price, and just go from there instead of, you know, fucking you.
So have you all? I'm sorry. This is because we're going to be very candid. Y'all said at the beginning of the show we can be candid. So have you ever participated with a sex worker, or have you been paid, or have you been offered?
I feel like I pay all my boyfriends have been sex workers to me.
Right, because you pay. I mean,
I'm paying. So my thing is I'm paying for. My thing is when you're coming, if no one comes into the relationship giving you 50-50 and you're doing 75-25, you're with a sex worker. You know, if I have to pay for your phone bill, if I have to feed you, I have to finance all these things, get you haircuts, and all you can offer me is sex, baby, you're a sex worker. So all
No,
my
facts.
lovers have been sex workers.
But and that's facts.